Earlier this week, intelligent mobility solutions company INRIX announced that it won a 2026 AI Excellence Award in Analytics, presented by the Business Intelligence Group. The award recognizes those applying AI to drive real and measurable impact. INRIX CEO Bryan Mistele joins me now. Bryan, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you, glad to be here.
So why is this award so significant?
Well, it's significant because really for the first time, a company has taken just a massive amount of transportation data and then applied large language models on top of it to make it very easy for transportation professionals to ask questions about how to improve their cities.
All right, and what work does INRIX do?
Yeah, so we're a data and analytics company, and historically we've collected all sorts of transportation data, from connected vehicles, from road sensors, traffic signals, things like that, to figure out what's happening. But now you can apply AI to answer, what should I do to fix my problems, or what's causing these problems, and what the impact will be if I fix them. So that's really where the power of AI is changing transportation.
Let's talk about transportation and AI. Why is that a combination that works?
Yeah, because transportation networks create an enormous amount of data, from sensors on the road to cars driving around to mobile phones. There's all this data, but it's very hard to analyze it in real time. So if I want to know what's causing, for instance, a lot of accidents on a certain roadway, it could be speeders, it could be pedestrians crossing, jaywalking, it could be bad signage or something like that. So in order to analyze all this data, historically you needed consultants in 6 months, whereas now you can do it instantaneously using AI.
Why is data so important, and what measurable impact does actually being able to understand data have on different industries and sectors?
Well, sure. I mean, obviously, think about a delivery company trying to make deliveries and optimize their trucks, especially when fuel costs are so high. The data allows you to optimize your overall delivery vehicles based on not only traffic, but closed roads and dangerous spots that you want to avoid. But cities now have the ability to improve their infrastructure without having to build new capacity. They can literally just retime traffic signals in a more optimal way and see a much better throughput in the cities.
Great, and you announced a product called Compass in 2023. You just announced a newer version of it, with Amazon. Can you share more about that news?
Sure, so Compass is our AI engine built on large language models, and we integrate this with Amazon Bedrock, which is a platform that allows us to leverage dozens of different models. So depending upon the question someone's asking, it could be, where's my most dangerous road? But it also could be, look at 5,000 other cities and identify, what I should do in my city based on this particular road configuration. These require different models, so we're able to use Bedrock and analyze across dozens of different models depending upon what people ask.
All right, and in INRIX's 2025 Global Traffic Scorecard, Chicago was identified as having the most traffic. I was shocked. When we were talking about this in the office, we're like, it has to be Los Angeles or New York, and Los Angeles was actually number 4. I believe New York was number 3. Yep. Can you share more about these results?
Well, sure. So the interesting thing is, post-COVID, not every city's come back the same way. We've seen a lot of cities like New York, Los Angeles, that have more workers that can telecommute coming in at different times of day. They're coming in later, right? They're having more flexibility on Fridays and Mondays. Whereas cities like Chicago don't have that many flex workers. So you see much more congestion in Chicago coming back post-COVID than you see in other cities.
Very interesting. And how many cities are currently using your technology?
There's more than 250 cities around the world currently using our technology for either road safety, traffic management, or operations.
Can you share some of the use cases that come to mind?
Well, sure. Let's take Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade is using our AI and our data to help them figure out the systematic causes for fatalities, right? They're trying to reduce fatalities and save lives. Cities like Las Vegas are using it to understand before and after. If I do a project, what was my congestion like before, what was it like after, and how did it improve? So a lot of different applications, but it's really about how do you improve the transportation network.
All right, and what are INRIX's biggest goals for 2026?
Our biggest goals are really release Compass across everything, because at the end of the day, you don't need 6 months and consultants to really analyze data and decide where to invest. Now you can do it through AI. We love seeing that because it can really have a big impact on our society.
All right, Bryan Mistele, INRIX's CEO, thank you so much for joining us at the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you, Ashley.